So, good evening, good day, everybody, to the Summer Cup 2025 cast. We are in week 5, and this means that we have two more matches to cast, and I'm not alone. I have, on the one hand, Hornet. Hello, Hornet.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. Looking forward to joining you and Obi-Wan today on the cast.
Yeah, you spoiled it already. On the other hand, we have Obi Kenobi.
Hi everybody, how's it going? Happy to be here and hope we will see some good games.
Yeah, I hope so too. Let's just go real quick into the standings before our matches. Hornet, do you want to talk about those standings?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you can see, we have 5 players that had already qualified prior to this week. Um, Probably no major surprises there. Acetine and Ethan, surprise, surprise. Nebula, actually somewhat of a surprise. Haven't seen him in quite some time. Kind of had the default loss and managed to win out, qualify prior to this week. Very impressed by that. And Opie, pretty familiar face. And yeah, this week we have 6 very meaningful matches. We will be casting 4 of them. Um, so yeah, just taking a look real quick. Yosh started off with the 2 wins and just trying to find that elusive third win, but has gotten some pretty strong opponents so far. Um, Gentleman, our host, still in the hunt, and yeah, some very strong players, Wrestler, Hoffnung, um, Eric Goria, Hyper, some kind of newer players, but very strong players from what I understand. And yeah, all the remaining players have been eliminated, so these are these 6 players right in the middle here are the ones we'll be focusing on today.
Yeah, correct. And we will start with Yosh versus Hoffnung. Yosh unfortunately had no cast yet, but we want to change that. So let's go for the draft real quick. Yosh won the draft and decided to go for the sniper and spy advantage and wants to snipe first. So Hoffnung has the first ban, and it was modern. Then yosh, I think it's quite normal, banned veranda and single terrace. Of course, terrace because I think Yosh's favorite venue is terrace. Hoffnung goes with gallery, what fits his playstyle, and banned aquarium. I think also pretty common that Hoffnung will ban aquarium because of his playstyle as well. Yosh then bans ballroom and singles courtyard. We have two singles from Hoffnung with library and pub, so one bigger and one shorter venue. Yosh then goes with balcony as the last regular venue and ban Tayan, so Hoffnung could decide for the infinite decider if it would be Redwoods or High Rise, and he said High Rise should be the one that we see in case we hit the 6-6. So, do you have anything for this draft in mind, or should we just jump into the first match?
Yeah, I mean, looks like the pretty typical draft for Yash. Kind of goes for more of the, well, at least leans more towards the kind of lower mission counts, with I guess with the exception of library here. Can't speak too much for Hoffnung, but from what I understand, like these venues should be perfectly good for his style. And yeah, with that, I think I'm ready to get right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect.
All right, so looks like we will be starting things off on Terrace, and I believe we have Hoffnung spying first as wheels in 3, 2, 1, playing it. This is quite funny because in Yash games you kind of see a lot of queen and general memes, and we got the pairing right off the bat. Hoffnung immediately takes advantage of a really strong contact. I think only 2, 3, maybe just a couple lowlights here, but pretty honestly, I really like these strong contacts. What do you? Or I like these early contacts on Terrace. What do you think, Obi-Wan?
Yeah, I think it's a really strong contact. Everyone is in conversation, for the except the Amba. So looking good, pretty far.
Yeah, so we already got contact. We already have 45% on the flirt and a fingerprint in hand. You really can't hope for much better this early on Terrace. And I mean, knowing Hoff and knowing his etiquette, that was probably a perfectly legitimate briefcase. So nothing for Yosh to really key in on yet.
Yeah, good etiquette on the briefcase by Hoffnung. He's known for knowing really deep etiquette stuff. So
Yeah, we're going into the bar, and yeah, Hoff goes for a reject, which I kind of expected. I mean, like we already have 3 missions that don't really require bar, or we have progress on 3 missions that don't require bar, so I don't see any reason to take a drink. Despite that, we still retain the highlight, maybe just for the possibility that it was a cheese delegate. One thing I'm noticing is Ambassador is doing a pretty good job of leaving prints around the venue. I think Red Dress is smudging one of the prints, but there are 2 perfectly good prints over there on that far left statue with the briefcase and the okay, and the one that General just smudged.
yeah, yeah, probably like taking some progress, some flirt is a good idea because we are running a little bit low on time. So
Yeah, I don't recall what got us this highlight in the first place. I don't know if it was for the briefcase or for bar, but we're keeping the highlight for the entire game, which leads me to believe it is for fingerprint. And if Yash is paying attention, he'll see that we just completed that mission. Um, Hoffnung does indeed hit the green test, and gonna settle in next to Queen for the 3rd time this game. This is Yash's only chance to find a shot, and I don't know if he could really find it here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Yash might find it, but I mean, you have to just hand it to Hoffnung. That was just a really clean spy game.
yeah,
Contact.
really smart to go for a seduce as a last mission because it's a soft tell, so you can really tell when it's being done, when it's being completed.
Absolutely. I mean, seduce finishes are so hard to shoot for. I mean, if you're tracking the fingerprints, I'm sure some snipers are going to shoot that, but yeah, I mean, we had to credit him for at least one difficult print, which is kind of a hard thing to do. Um, yeah, great round from Hoffnung, and yeah, let's see what Yosh can do on the spy side now.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so moving on to the next round, Yash straight out of the gate with a small man pick. Let's see what he can make of it. So Yash spying as small man in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Surprisingly, no queen or general in the cast. Yash really playing the mind games here. Tried to go for a flirt as a little movement from Wheels canceled it, but he gets it on the second attempt. Looks like we are gonna go ahead and wait around for a drink. There are enough bar visitors that this wouldn't be the worst purloin, but it would if we do send the delegate, it'll narrow down the party quite a bit. And yeah, Yash actually does opt to just go ahead and reject that and just kind of wait in an innocent conversation here. Oh, almost had a sneaky little bug opportunity, but Taps kind of balanced in an unfortunate way that didn't allow it to happen. We had kind of a golden opportunity. Our ST came to us, and we actually didn't flirt. I think maybe Yosh kind of already had it in his mind that he was gonna go get a drink, so maybe a little bit of a missed opportunity, but
Direct
being
Purloin.
direct Perline, very interesting. I was not paying attention, but I guess the question now is, were we sent by someone that was at bar earlier?
We're not shot for it, so but we're highlighted.
Yeah, we pick up a highlight, and that's a little scary because I mean, I think direct purloins are great on Terrace, but it's a little scary when you still have to do 2 more flirts and a contact. Um, it gives the opportunity, or it gives the sniper plenty of reason or opportunities to shoot you. Everyone seems to be in conversation though, so if you're gonna contact, I think this would be the time to do it.
Yeah, there are a lot of people not in conversations, so I don't know if it's the right play.
Yeah, I guess a couple people got out. DA does settle back in. We do take it. This
Banana bread.
kind of a bad time for a white or a bad time for a red test. Always a bad time for a red test. Small man actually doesn't have the most visible cough, like probably one of the hardest ones to see, but
Ah,
nonetheless, no
Half
problem for
notices,
Hoffnung.
half notices, and we take a loss. So
Yeah, absolutely. So quick out the gate with the 2-0 lead for Hoffnung on a venue that actually I think this might have been Hoffnung's venue, but nonetheless, a venue that usually is a pretty strong one for Yosh. Um,
I feel like Terrace is a pretty unforgiving venue. Like you have to play really good to win on this venue as Spy, in my
yeah,
experience at least. But
yeah, strongly agree. It's always been one of the more difficult ones for me. Um, and speaking of difficult venues, we are gonna move on to gallery. So lots more, a lot more chaos here. So Hoffnung gonna kick things off, spying as queen in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Yeah, I was gonna say like the kind of the problem with Terrace is it feels like the sniper sees everything. So like if you're one of those players that likes to take advantage of misdirection, distractions, things like that, you don't really have that on Terrace, but on Gallery you have that in spades. And we got Lolits straight off the bat. I'm
yeah,
hoping for
I don't know if it was a mistake or he did low light for a reason.
yeah, I'm hoping for Yasha's sake that it was a mistake. Like there was a little bounce, but it was so early that like I don't know if you could really credit that as an anti-tell. Um, I was hoping maybe it was like a cast flow light that's gonna get brought back up, but it's we've been low lit for a good solid minute now, so I don't think this one's getting brought back. But yeah, we take the or Hoffnung takes the book out. It brings it all the way to this outside conversation. A lot of different plays you can do with that sort of setup. And the ambassador, oh, we get the walking bug as the ambassador enters conversation.
Really good
Very,
bug.
yeah, very strong bug from Hoffnung. Very sneaky. Um, yeah, and little gifts like that are the kind of things that win you games on the spy side. Kind of interested to see if Hoffnung decides to go for a direct transfer. He didn't do any microfilm animations while he was outside. No, it takes it back to the correct bookshelf. So just yeah, just giving the sniper a little more reason to not think we're a suspect. Yeah, kind of one trap I see people fall into is they'll get these early bugs and think like they have time to kind of some time to waste and they can pick it back up later. But okay,
Yeah,
yeah, Hoffnung.
having a bug early is advantage, but you have to take like g- you have to be like smart about it. You know, you have to play around it and
Yeah, I completely agree. Like I've seen so many cases where someone gets like this beautiful bug completely undetected and then they just time out or something. It's a little unfortunate, but Hoffnung seems to have a good handle on pacing, going for the statue. going now for this likely contact. A lot of people are out, but being as it's gallery, I think you kind of got to take what you get.
Banana bread.
Yeah, and we go for the BB, understandably. And
Yep,
now
absolutely.
we have an inspect left, and we got to seduce.
Yeah, and I almost kind of wonder if, with less than a minute, if Hoffnung maybe just abandons seduce and just goes for like inspect swap or something along those lines. Probably
Yeah,
good. Well,
probably.
I say that, and then Salmon comes right to us, putting us in 1-foot range. So I think at this point, Hoffnung could probably finish any way he wants. And it's likely just going to be another spy win.
Pretty
Briefcase
late
might have,
stop.
yeah, briefcase might have been a slight waste of time. Now we might be forced to like purloin or something, or maybe this. Okay, we get the seduction, and I think direct transfer is probably the only play here.
Yeah.
Oh, we get the
Yeah.
request, but oh my
Ooh,
god, that must have been like split
last
second
second.
before the game ending. Yeah. Um. So now Yosh has the unfortunate task of finding out what could have possibly hung the clock, and I mean, it's just. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that we're low lit among everything else. I mean, yeah, it's just too much of a tall order for Yosh.
Yeah, too much to handle. So probably he was thinking that Sick maybe swapped and covered it with his own body. So maybe that's why he shot him.
Yeah, yeah, definitely likely, and that's kind of one of those cases where Hoffnung's going to look back at the replay and just be like, "Oh, I was low lit. I could have done anything, but nonetheless played like a really, really good spy game. A little too close for comfort at the end, but still got there,
Yeah.
got the win, which is what counted. So, with that, let's go ahead and go on to the next round. So it looks like Yash bringing out the small man once again.
We
Pretty
pick
actually.
this moment like 7 times in a row this set. Let's
It's
see.
it's a strategy. I mean, I don't know if it's a good strategy, but it certainly is a strategy. And on gallery, it can be a quite a good one. So Yash spying now as Smallman in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Still an AI, kind of getting ping ponged around the party. Like some of those might have been low light worthy, but I think Hoffnung knows better than to. Well, I was gonna say Hoffnung actually has already brought off some low lights, so maybe actually a pretty good strategy for Yash to use a little bit of AI control.
It can be a strategy.
Absolutely. That we
Banana
are
bread.
going for a fake, but really unfortunately we're with an SDA, so we're gonna get credited for having real here. Not ideal. We do have the ambassador outside, but I'm sure
Yeah.
Hoffnung is gonna be watching him like a hawk, so
Yeah.
I
I
don't.
am not really a fan of like fake banana bread because you give like free information to the sniper.
Yeah, I like it under certain circumstances. But yeah, this is not one of them, and it's you kind of have to know your opponent too. Like it's better against some snipers than others, is I guess what I'll say. We get unfortunately we get a difficult print, but we don't get, or we get the red test, so we don't get credit for it. So
Nice
already,
architect.
yeah, already a pretty rough start. I think we're kind of in a position where we're gonna have to probably cheese something if we want to get back into this. Um, so we're gonna get real contact. We got some
Banana bread.
seduce, and then Toby's about to offer us. Like normally I wouldn't want to purloin this early, but I think it's not the worst idea considering we have some ground to make up, and Yash does hit the green test, so um, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty.
it was slow at the beginning, but he picked up now with the pacing.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely picked up some steam, and if this can, chain for a little bit, it'll be really good for Yosh. Um, Unfortunately, we are still in. We still do need 2 additional flirts. Um, so hopefully he gets started on that sooner than later, because we know that that flirt progress could be ever so elusive on gallery.
Yeah, especially on side paths, flirt pairs can like be spotted by the sniper. So if the sniper like pays attention to it, of course.
And I have to say, I mean, that has to be a pretty successful purloin, because there's still, let's see, about 7 neutral lights. Um, well, it's slowly dwindling down, I think, as Hoffnung kind of sorts out this information. But yeah, I think we're not like a particularly big suspect. I mean, if we can if we can covertly get the last mission, then we're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, we're running low on time, so I don't know what the plan is for Yosh here.
Well, he has his ST in conversation. I mean, he absolutely should start flirting now. Like, I don't think he needs his timer to reset. I felt like the last progress was quite some time ago. I think maybe he's just committing to a timeout and hoping that someone else in the chain ends up getting shot. I mean, I think generally in a situation like this, you'd want to at least try to get to mission 1 countdown. Maybe do like a cheese direct transfer, dance behind the party, something like that to try to induce a shot. But yeah, Hoffnung, good
Good,
discipline.
good hold by Hoffnung here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of one of the hardest things to do as a sniper is when you know a purloin has come off, you know a contact has come off to still hold your shot. Um, yeah, I mean, just honestly, just really good, just game sense, just knowing that no one's on that 4th mission yet. All right, and with that, Hoffnung up to a 4-0 lead. So Yash gonna have to try to claw things back, and we're gonna be moving into Courtyard. So yeah, I mean Courtyard definitely a change of pace from previous venues. So let's see if this works out in Yash's favor. So Hoffnung gonna be kicking things off as Plane Twin in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And Courtyard's kind of like an interesting venue. Like I remember at least 4-7 Courtyard when I started playing was like extremely sniper sighted, and it seems like it's just kind of swung back in the other direction where spies are winning all the time now. Um, Either way, I think it's still like kind of a swingy venue where it kind of gives you plenty of opportunities to win for on either side. So kind of looking forward to seeing what strategies players bring out here. Because I mean, usually kind of standards here is contact, seduce, inspect, but it's always kind of the question of like how do you get that 4th mission.
Yeah, it can go either way. Like I feel like it's not heavily one-sided for one side or another, but it's pretty even. I don't know the exact stats, but that's my feeling about the venue.
Yeah, Hoffnung off to a pretty good start too with the green flirt. Like I guess the one downside of Courtyard is that timer seems to disappear like super fast, but if you're hitting those green flirts, then not a big problem. And we go straight into the statues, pick up a highlight. Only highlight of the party so far.
We go for inspects and a green swap. So
Yeah, this is early for a green swap. I wonder if we're just gonna rush. Yeah, we go straight in for the contact, and unfortunately it's a white. Let's see if Yash catches on to this.
Banana bread.
We're completely off the sniper's camera, so
yeah, not a lot of low lights too. So
I want to. And a low
oh,
light
let's see.
picked up a swap, and we picked up a swap too.
And we
Or
are a
I'm
low
sorry, we
light.
picked up a
Yeah.
low light. Yeah, I think it was just because we left conversation like right after the banana bread, and we were off camera. So I think Yash just kind of assumed that we were out of conversation for that contact. I mean, it wasn't even like kind of a real BB split because it was a white contact. We had to wait for the animation. It was just a little bit of I don't know if we could call it luck, but just a bit of circumstance that the sniper didn't actually see us hit the white. So yeah,
Yeah, good, well played by Hoffnung, surely.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
That it's about as
And
like
Yosh,
strong as a spy
Yosh
play.
wasn't on really on top of it, on top of the swap.
Yeah, I
Even
think
though,
Yash was just kind of gearing up for maybe kind of a slower paced game, and Hoffnung just kind of did like a little rush right in the middle of the kind of like right in the middle of the timer, which like usually you don't really expect people to be rushing during that time period. Um, yeah, just not much to really say. Just kind of want to keep complimenting Hoffnung's play. Just looking really sharp so far.
he's,
With
he's really good at playing the game.
absolutely, and with that, we are going to go ahead and move into this next round. 5-0 lead for Yash. So I'm sorry, 5-0 lead for Hoffnung. Um,
And
so
interestingly enough, we are small man once again. So
yeah, we are small man once again. So let's see if third time's the charm. And all right, so I'm sorry, Yash spying as small man in 3, 2, 1, playing it. It's funny, like when I was active, Mini Oric would do this on the spy side. He would just kind of pick a spy and play him like over and over again. And like strangely enough, it would just kind of work in his favor. I don't know why, but somehow that would just work out for him. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for Yash the same thus far. But always hope to turn it around. I will say though, if I was in a deficit, I wouldn't really want to be in a deficit against Hoffnung because
yeah, definitely.
I don't see him like tilting hard enough to throw away a 5-0 lead. Everybody in conversation might have been a good time for a contact if we were in the right conversation. We come in for a bug. I wonder if that was seen. I didn't see that from the sniper's angle. Um,
No, I don't. I think it was from a good angle by the spy. So maybe the sniper didn't see it.
well, that is certainly good news. So we are getting offered. Okay, so we do reject. Okay, so we have bug. We have a decent progress on flirt, and we have this fingerprintable briefcase right next to us. I think yeah, all things considered,
Maybe the briefcase is a good option here. Go for a print, maybe.
it is a good option. I think the only hesitation is that Hoffnung is probably the kind of sniper who can shoot for a bad briefcase. But yeah, it looks like Yash is comfortable enough to go for it. Um, so yeah, with a minute 25 remaining, bug in hand, um, one flirt away from completing that, and we have the fingerprint. And yeah,
I
just
think
go.
there is another print at the statue. I may be wrong though, but
So I guess the question is it this statue? It doesn't look like it.
no, I think not.
Yeah, and if Hoffnung is, one of the snipers that factors in, spy-like plays, spy-like activity, we did go straight from we went straight from briefcase to the statues. Might look a little suspicious. Um, but still, I think as long as we are a little discreet about getting this last print, I mean, I think this could very easily be a spy win for Yash.
And we choose to go for a BB instead.
That is a
Which,
good point. I did not realize that contact had not been completed yet. That's a much
yeah,
easier mission to go for.
unfortunate because the double agent walked out from conversation right when we hit the action test.
Yeah, that's really annoying because we didn't get shot for it either, but now we're seeing chasing the DA as a highlight and hitting a white BB. So that might give Hoffnung just enough reason to get back into this, but no, I think
No, it does. He's on top of it, so
yeah, it takes a shot on the civilian. Yeah, I mean, that just kind of shows you the power of bugs sometimes. Like, if you get a completely unseen bug, then, you know, the
Yeah,
mission
it
counting
throws off
cycles.
your like mission count as a sniper if you don't see it. So it's a very strong mission to go for.
Banana bread.
Absolutely. And as much as I don't think this matters, it could always play in the back of his head, like, okay, I know he's not playing small min again, but he, he is after all. I feel like next spy game for Yosh, small min's gonna be an insta highlight, but we'll see. And once again, Courtyard is spy sided. 2 wins for the spies. All right, so with that, we're gonna move on to the next venue. So Yash picking up a very important win there, and moving on to library. So it looks like gonna be kicking things off as Salmon. So Hoffnung gonna be
Salmon, yeah.
spying as Salmon in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And I don't know about you, but I mean, to me, the library is kind of one of the funner venues. I feel like I can just kind of go crazy as a spy, and a lot of the times, sniper just will miss whatever you're doing. So,
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of everything because it doesn't look like it, but it's a pretty big venue.
yeah, and
And
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
And I feel like on 5 of 8, you're almost incentivized to try to like cheese something, you know, or break
Banana
some
bread.
etiquette just to try to just, you know, because I mean, even though you have like that extra time, it never feels like enough to get all 5 of those missions in. So, gotta do a little bit of gotta mix in a little bit of creativity.
Guest list already purloined. Wow, early shot. Why though? Why?
Yeah, that Perlin was so sneaky that the casters missed it too. I did not see that. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, so of course we hit the green. Chains right into Alice. Wheels took it. I think. Yeah, I guess.
The Alice took it. The list.
Okay, so Wheels got offered at the bookcase. So I think maybe what Yash thought is that it just kind of chained around, and eventually Alice took it. But he probably
Yeah.
thought that the chain started with Wheels.
But even then, I would wait for like more evidence to shoot because it's so early in the game that the spy didn't have time to complete the missions anyways. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's good. That's a good point. I mean, the fact that he shot Wheels shows that he kind of had a handle on where the chain started and ended. So I mean, you could just kind of bring the party down to those highlights, and then yeah, I mean, you know that they still have to do like at least a couple more missions. I mean, Hoffnung was making pretty good progress, but yeah, it's kind of one of those cases where you could wait for a little extra confirmation just to be safe. So yeah, a little unfortunate that Yasha rushed a little bit in that case, but maybe just kind of feeling a little anxious or just kind of ready to move on to the next round.
yeah, maybe that was a shot made from nerves by Yosh.
Yeah, so with that, gonna go ahead and move on to the next round. Gonna excuse me. It looks like the cycle has been broken, so Yash will be spying as Kane in 3, 2, 1, playing it. So yeah, Kane, another pretty strong spy. Not quite small man, but pretty good nonetheless. Yeah, going for a little bit of AI control. I think. I mean, I don't want to speak for Yash, but maybe just getting a little frustrated. So maybe just gonna kind of let the AI do its thing. Hopefully, catch a low light. Go for a white time ad, which I am all for on library, but instantly caught by Hoffnung. Um,
It's good early on where the chaos is still going, so maybe the time ad doesn't go, doesn't isn't noticed.
yeah, I feel
No.
like it's good during chaos, and it's also good during times when like you just wouldn't really expect one. Hoffnung just a little too good, and yeah, Yosh goes for the statue drop, probably hoping to induce something, but what we
Yeah,
induced was
maybe Hoffnung noticed the animation break from Kane.
yeah, what we induced was just getting shot. So
Yeah,
um yeah, tough one for Yosh, but honestly, great play from Hoffnung. Like this is probably one of those games where he would have beaten a lot of really good players. So nothing,
yeah.
nothing to
No
be
shame
ashamed
is
of,
in
right?
no shame in losing to Hoffnung because he's he's very good.
But yeah, with that, Hoffnung will be advancing to the what I believe is the quarterfinals in the bracket, and yeah, I believe with that we're gonna go ahead and take a break before our next match.
Yeah,